Communicating with your deceased loved ones. In part 1, we discussed death is a waveform, and the waveform collapses only through conscious observation, meaning it collapses according to the frequency with which you choose to view it. Person is not gone, but phase shifted. A standing wave whose resonance has left the visible octave, and all harmonic memory, once encoded in coherence, never disappears. It folds inwards into the field. Messages received from the deceased, unless received in total neutrality, often mirrors your own vibrational frequency. Messages received in waveform are mere potentials, not certainty. You verify them patiently in stable observation as and when they appear physically. Now, let us elaborate on how changing the viewing frequency of your observation into the field of the deceased affect your receiving the clear messages and guidance. In clear guidance, the observation might feel like a lived experience. The question is, you may ask, what is the field? Waveform is the field. It is the field of a person existing as a range of potentials. Example, his memories, gestures, influences, stories, felt sensations, extra. You can tap into whatever you resonate with rather than a single fixed fact. Now, the question is how and what you observe in order to collapse the wave function. Observation. What is observation? Observation is your attention, your ritual, or your intention. Collapse here isn't only physical measurement, it is what your focus, attention, your belief, and your relational practices do to shape how that person is present in your life after he is gone. The more frequently and clearly you pay attention to your questions or the guidance or the messages received, the more stable and particular that presence becomes. You pay respect and ethics to your practices. Presence of the disease is shaped by observation, but your attention is your moral act. You decide whether to dignify, to remember, or to carry out mere obligations. Now, the question is, how do you tune into the frequency? What is the frequency? A frequency is the pattern of your attention and the meaning you give. It includes rhythm and repetition. The practices, your narratives, the moods, and the ceremonies that you tune into for the deceased presence. Low occasional attention will yield faint, dreamlike apparitions, while your sustained, embodied practice will yield vivid, actionable presence of the person you are trying to contact. Watching the waveform of the deceased with observation and frequency honors both your subjective experience and your relational reality. Your subjective experience is what and how you feel the presence in dreams or otherwise. Your relational reality is the roles the deceased played in the network of living people. Your perspective, your honoring the deceased with respect and ethics will change the outcome of the messages and guidance. So apply caution and wisdom in over identifying with inner messages or inner images as external fact or feeling compelled to follow messages that may harm you or others. Messages received from the deceased or from divine, unless received in total neutrality, often mirrors your own vibrational frequency. Messages received in waveform from the deceased or from divine are mere potentials, not certainty. You have to verify them patiently in stable observation as and when they appear physically before you action them. Now, some guidance, some three concrete low risk experiments you can do to tune into the frequency. How do you do it? Number one experiment that you can daily spend 2 minutes observation ritual for 30 days. Each morning, look at a chosen photo or a object, speak one sentence to that person, note down one memory, and mark it on the calendar. After 30 days, compare how vivid the presence is now versus day one. Second experiment you can do is the dream incubation with the question for 7 nights. Before you sleep, write a single question and place it under your pillow, or you can say it aloud. Keep a dream journal next morning, even for fragments received. Then, after 7 days or in between, see whether symbolic replies increase with repetition. Number three, the third experiment you can try as service as observation. Once a week, do one small action as service for your observation. Like, for example, you can clean something they cared for, or donate something, cook their favorite meal explicitly for them. Notice whether these actions sharpen the felt presence and what that presence asks you to do in the world. Now, you can, besides these three, you can also do a short 6 minute practice to try. This is breath and attunement. Number one step is sit comfortably and soften the jaw. Breathe slowly for 1 minute. Breathe in, inhaling for the count of four. Hold for the count of one or two. And then exhale out slowly for the count of six. Then, step two, bring an image, a name, or object representing the person into your mind. Hold for 30 seconds without any narrative, just sense. Step 3. For 2 minutes, say aloud a simple sentence like, I notice you now. Then follow it with the one question you want to ask and you are willing to live with, not knowing the answer to. Then pause and listen. Number 4, for the remaining 2 minutes, imagine your attention as a warm field that you can widen. For example, this field includes your breath, your body, and the room. Then end by offering one concrete intention of service. For example, you can say, I will plant one tree in your memory. Or you can say, I will call this person. Or you can say, for example, instead of me imposing my will on the other person concerned, I will wait for this person, honor this person, and wait for this living person to call me to deliver your message. Then, step 5 is jot down anything that arose. Make a journal so that next time you can see what you have written. Now, last important thing is it is important to tune into ethical calibration. Make this practice about service and stewardship rather than possession. Tune your attention towards contributing to living systems such as family, community, or nature, not towards receiving. Then keep soft sovereignty. You are the steward of your inner field. You are not its slave. Honor your autonomy and the autonomy of others who are grieving. Anshu Sharma, 12D, Voice of Fifth Dimensional Living Codex.